Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome to the first preseason match of Owlet Season 2. Today we'll be seeing the Steamrollers take on the Blazing Pegasus for your first Owlet Miners preseason matchup. Co-casting with me today is going to be Breth, and our lovely producer is, of course, the one, the only, Nekkra. Breth, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing, Press? I'm very excited for this first match of Season 2 for Owlet. These teams have picked up their people that they wanted, and I'm very excited to see what they're going to be coming up with today. So these are the Miners team, the first one. So what do you expect to see, Press?
Well, honestly, I'm really excited to see Blazing Pegasus, specifically Pokitude, because I personally have played on a team with him, and I can vouch this guy's got the stuff. I'm pretty sure he's playing the off-tank role today, and I'm super excited just to see how both teams do as a whole, see our first look at what Owlet Miners is going to be. Brett, do you know anything about the Steamrollers currently?
Currently, the Steamrollers, I know that they're in the minors. I know that they're wanting to make a name for themselves. You know, this is the first match. We have 34 people watching right now. I'm sure tensions are high, pressure's on. People have coming in probably with no 6 versus 6 competitive experience, and they're playing on the big screen. So I'm expecting to see, maybe just a little bit of, team coordination, and then maybe a little bit of reorganizing. But definitely, there's going to be a good learning experience for both teams. But Steamrollers, I like Nano Rocket Stim, and excited to see what they can. So the first map here is Ilios Press. So what can we expect out of these two teams on Ilios? Well, while Press is gathering his thoughts there, Ilios is a good map. We've got about 3 map types here. We got the Well, which personally I don't really like because there's this big hole in the ground. It's just a lot of positioning. But as you see right here is the Ruins, where there's a lot of high ground where teams can come in and go on the right side just to contest. And then you see here we have Lighthouse, which is just like a brawl underneath the Lighthouse, and to battle a Ryan Zarya composition is really good here. And especially if you have a Reaper, if you are able to cap the first point, you pretty much demand control because you have cover from above and everything. Fire's not a good one. And you see here, the Well is exactly what I was talking about. It's a lot of team coordination that is required. And with these two teams on the big screen, it's going to be a very, very interesting game that we'll be seeing tonight.
I agree. I'm really excited also to see Lucio plays, the one, the only, DJ himself. I'm super excited to see how people will be trying to get into position to set up those whoops. But our first map is going to be Lighthouse. So what do you expect to see the teams run out? Do you think we'll be seeing some dive, some triple tank, death ball? What do you think we'll see, Breath?
I'm expecting to see just like a lot of Ryan Zarya combinations. Nothing divey because you can't really dive onto the point because it's just this big roof over their heads and there's no point to do so. But it looks like from Team Steamrollers, they're going with the Ghost composition. Just a standard Ghost composition with the Brethgyk, Lucio, and the Moira. It'll be interesting to see how it's going to go because Brig actually got nerfed in this patch. So this is the first match of Owlet Season 2. We'll see what the Brig nerf will be done with Ghost composition, and looks like Blazing Pegasus will be doing the exact same thing. So they look like, hey, we're minor teams, so we want to show off that we actually can play like the pros.
Yes, this will be interesting. However, I do think we should note that Big Green 42 is on that Zenyatta while Evendel, is on that Moira. Personally, I think that Zenyatta has a bit more power over Moira, but only in coordinated teams. So let's see how things go.
Absolutely, and Moira with all that healing output, that's crucial to the GOAT's composition, and both teams are coming out right now, getting to the point. So I'm expecting to see Moira heal a lot with the DPS run on both sides, so it's going to be a fight, fire versus fire.
Yes, well, right now Blazing Pegasus seems to have map control, while Steamrollers just are waiting in that room, probably to force an engage and get a break stun. We see the fire strike get eaten right away by the defense matrix, and here's the engage. No amp has been used yet. A big discord on the Nano Rocket, but it does get bubbled away. And they're just kind of playing a little footsie game here. Although now it seems Steamrollers is engaging. A big pin from Surfy onto Nano. Doesn't connect, but Surfy will be the one to go down, as well as Furo dying to Salad's boop. Big Green goes down by Iced Tea Drink, and it looks like it will just be cleanup for the Steamrollers as they take the first cap.
Good job on Steamrollers, and I was kind of curious as to why they were stuck in that little house there for a second. I thought there was maybe a tech error, but they actually were playing really patiently, trying to see what Blazing Pegasus was going to do, and they did that really well. I really liked the pin that Nanorocket did to Surfy and just won the fight.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was really strong. And if we look at ultimates here, Steamrollers has such a huge ultimate advantage, especially in terms of that grab, having it already while Pantsu's only at 50%. But a big shatter comes in from Surfy, as well as the rally from Furo. Responding Coalesce, grab, and beat all come out from Steamrollers, picking up 2 and Furo in Big Green. Late beat from Pokitude, but Nano does get the kill on Surfy and cleans everyone up with a nice little Earth Shatter there.
Wow, that was a really good play from both teams, but it looks like Steamroller had the upper hand. It actually looks like they were practicing the ghost composition in their scrims, because it seems like the communication is there. Nanorocket was able to come in and swing and give that good shatter going, and I'm kind of expecting and Surfy return that, but then we see 3 ults coming in from Blazing Pegasus. Let's see what's going to happen.
2 bombs come out from both sides, neither picking up any kills. They're just currently fighting it out, but Furo goes down to Evendell. Icy Drink picks up Surfy, and a late Transcendence from Big Green, not in time to save Surfy or Furo, sadly. And he gets booped off, or did he just fall off? It's hard to tell there. And nope, everyone's just resetting for the last fight here.
Definitely, and with 85% left, they're going to have to regroup really quick for Blazing Pegasus. They only have a grab coming up with a possible shatter. They're going to have... Should have swapped the D.Va here just to get that point. Surfy's going to have to charge in to stall that time. Let's see what's going to happen.
Indeed, but a huge shatter comes out from Surfy. Sorry, Nanorocket, but Surfy pins onto point, getting on, but a big grab, followed up by the shatter from Nanorocket, and that's going to be all she wrote.
Oh
or
man,
not.
Blazing Pegasus. Oh my goodness, Blazing Pegasus just took it all. They're scaring Steamrollers away. So Steamrollers, they were able to steamroll, but Blazing Pegasus found their fire and took them out. So good job on those guys. So I'm expecting to see a bomb come out from Blazing Pegasus, and is this actually going to help? But that's the only ult that they have, and Steamrollers has the bomb coming up and the rally coming up and a Lucio beat. So they just need to get all those 3 ults online. They're going to win.
Yeah, my bad there for that previous fight. I actually switched the teams, but here we have Cornish's D.Va Bomb, and that's about all. There's the engage with the rally from Steamrollers, a pin in by Nanorocket, a bomb going through the hole in the lighthouse, picking up Big Green.
Nice.
And a big shatter comes out from Surfy, followed up by a beat and the D.Va Bomb. Not picking up any kills quite yet, but there goes Nanorocket, there goes Scoopy, and despite that Graviton, it looks like they'll be able to win this, but Wowza does kill Pokitude while Farouk also goes down.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be a 4 versus 3 here. It's still anyone's game. Mora actually comes in for the red team, but Calesta comes out. What's happening, Fred? What's happening?
Both codes are coming out. They're just kind of trying to keep their tanks alive. A D.Va Bomb coming in from the Steamrollers, trying to zone the point. The shatter comes out as well, and it looks like here it'll be cleanup for the Steamrollers, trying to just get that 100% cap. Although Faro does come back with that rally, but it's a 1v6 right now. Not much you can do, even as a Brethgyk, especially after those nerfs.
No, that was such a good fight by both sides. The 4 versus 3, it could have been anyone's game. And Surfy desperately tries to make a shatter, but just lands in Brian's face. It's like, you know what? That's what my shield is up for a reason. He just blocks it. And looks like Steamrollers takes the first point. So really good job on both sides. But I really do like the team coordination coming up from Steamrollers. It really shows that they practiced the GOATS competition, and they are ready for today on the first match of the season.
Yeah, I agree. Although I do like the ult rotation coming out from Blazing Pegasus. They seem a lot more reserved, in my opinion. But we will be seeing Pantsu hop onto that Widowmaker, a very popular map for her here in Ruins. And Faro on that far Big Green going onto the Mercy, and Pokitude on Ana, and they're running dive with it. You'll be seeing a almost mirror composition from Steamrollers. However, Evendell is on the Zen and Wowza on the Genji.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what they're going to do, because both teams do have that mirror composition, except for the fire from Pharaoh. And Pharaoh's gonna be Farmer C here along with Salad and Scoopy actually. So both are getting pocketed. They're both just playing really far back. So they're trying to get some alt farming here, but eventually you're gonna have to go to the point. Pantsu takes out Scoopy with
big
the res
opening
comes
pick
out.
from Pantsu onto Scoopy, forcing out that res early. They won't have it for the fight. Meanwhile, the tanks are playing a little footsie game up front, forcing Surfy to retreat. Cornish dropping dangerously low. Pantsu with another kill onto Scoopy, and they have no res for that.
No, they don't. And there's just a Widow battle at this point in time. They're just waiting for one Widow to go down, and then the other team can move in. So it's just a big brawl on the point right now.
Yes. Surfy getting a lot of cleave damage there, and they're able to clean up the rest of Steamrollers as they easily get the first cap.
Absolutely. And with Steamroller being steamrolled, that puts him at an alt disadvantage. I'm expecting to see a good barrage with possibly a bomb and maybe a Nano Winston, because they'll also be ready by the next fight. And Steamroller's just got a way to go for their next alt.
Yes. It is interesting to note, however, that Steamrollers has switched off the Genji and onto the McCree. Clearly, Faro is doing a lot of work to them, and they think he's their biggest priority. A good counter dive coming in from Surfy and Cornish. However, Faro goes down to Scoopy, Big Green down by Wowza, and that's currently a 4v6, 3v6 as Wowza picks up Pokitude. Cornish gets demeched, and the Steamrollers are going to come back and take the point.
Wowza indeed. Wowza is the steamroller for that particular fight. I just saw his name light up the kill feed. Blazing Pegasus is gonna have to be really careful, Wowza. Maybe focus him down first. But they have all their alts, so they have really good alt economy here. So I'm expecting to see maybe a Farah with visions, and they just hold everything else. And there's that visions right now, but Steamroller has 4. It could be anyone's game at this point in time.
Yep. A good dive onto the tanks after using mobility, and Surfy is forced to use his ultimate while Big Green engaged with the Valkyrie there. A barrage coming out, but it's not going to get anything as the... Oh, wait, it does demec Ice Tree. However, the trans from both teams, or from Steamroller, sorry, came out there, and they are going to win that fight pretty convincingly in the end.
Yeah, that was a very good move by Steamrollers. They had all the 6 alts going against them. They managed to defend. Really good teamwork by Steamrollers. You can really tell that they really worked on their scrims, and Blazing Pegasus, you know, it's the first game, it's fine. I'm pretty sure they're going to do great. Looks like they're just corralling right now. I'm expecting to see a bomb just to be a distraction, and then they'll push in.
A very dangerous move from Pantsu there, trying to peek despite knowing that the Widow has Infrasight. However, they are able to get the res up, and currently the tanks are on the high ground, forced to back off a little bit by the opposing tanks, though.
Yeah, Scoopy is just doing really good work here, getting the picks that Steamrollers need, and the blue team's just holding the point here. Blazing Pegasus is just playing into Steamrollers right now, and the high noon comes up. Oh, Panther takes out Wow. That's what we need. Wowza just needs to be suppressed, and they're doing that real well, but...
That was a massive headshot by Pantsu onto Wowza, stopping that high noon. However, Nanorocket's still able to kill Big Green. And coming into this next fight, Blazing Pegasus is going to have 3 to 4 ults here. But they're not going to have the time, it looks like. Yes, but they were able to touch point, but they're currently in a 2v6. But they're not touching point! What is this? A big Primal Rage coming in from Nanorocket, trying to zone Surfy off. He got on point, but it's not going to be enough, as they're just going to be cleaning everyone else off that point.
Absolutely. And you know, they tried their best. Blazing Pegasus really tried to throw everything they got into there, but they're just playing to the Steamroller right now. Steamroller's reading them like a book here, and it just shows that they really have been practicing. They got really good coaches, they got really good players, and everyone's just willing to work together, and that it shows. So good job for Steamrollers. They really deserve this first W of the season.
Yes, however, don't sleep on Blazing Pegasus just yet. They did put up some good fights. And remember, they are the sister team of Furious Unicorns, who went on a miraculous playoff run last season in Owlet, making it all the way, if I'm not wrong, to the semis.
They did make it to the semis, and it was pretty fun watching them play. And I was on band, by the way. I had the pleasure of playing WSOL, and man, playoffs are just something else. So if Furious Unicorns can bring their team to the playoffs, I'm pretty sure Blazing Pegasus will be able to make the playoffs in the minors.
Yep. But as we get ready for our next map, Who do you think was the standout player there, Breath? Who do you think
Definitely
really
Wowza.
got that
Wowza
point?
by far. He lives up to his name. He took that fight. I saw his name on the kill feed. 4 of them. Just took him out. Went bam, bam, bam. All gone. All gone. Kind of put Blazing Pegasus in for a route. I know I'm dogging on Blazing Pegasus. I'm really hoping for a 1-1 for them to win to take this next one. But we haven't seen what they can do yet. And I mentioned and believe that you mentioned that Big Green was on the playoff team as their Zen. How did you think he did this game?
I thought that Big Green was pretty good. However, we did see some late transcendence coming out, which honestly, I'm not gonna put too much pressure on him there. This is your first game of the season, and it's a preseason game, meaning it doesn't go forward and count towards your playoff eligibility. However, we are going to be on Watch Point Gibraltar. What do you think we'll be seeing from both teams here, Breath?
We'll definitely be seeing really good teamwork from Steamrollers once again. They'll be able to hold. They held really well in Ilios, and I feel that Blazing Pegasus is going to come back with a vengeance and say, "Hey, you know what? We were able to read you out. We took our time. We want to see who your best players were, and we're actually going to take them out this time."
Yes. I am very interested, however, because Watchpoint Gibraltar is a very dive-centric map. It has some great sight lines for Widowmaker, and I'm really hyped to see the Scoopy versus Pantsu matchup on that Widowmaker. Seeing them land those headshots against each other on ruins was so nice.
It was really nice, and that seemed to be the defining moment for those 2 individuals at the start of this preseason, showing that they are really good Widowmakers, even though it is a minor league game. But that doesn't mean that they can't play. They're mechanically gifted, the both of them, including Wowza. And like you mentioned, it is a dive map. The dive team, I'm expecting to see Steamrollers focus their Widowmaker a lot more because Pantsu is a threat. That is going to be really exciting to watch.
Yes, and currently some substitutions are going on Blazing Pegasus. Mocha will be going in for Surfy, and Mocha is also known by Did Someone Say B, in case you're looking in that kill feed. And Steamrollers, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Phantom Tissue came in for Nano Rocket, and Tiskahar came in for Wowza.
Oh man, Wowza setting out this one so we can't see those really good kills, man. But the better line, I'm pretty sure they're both very capable DPS people, and I'm really excited to see. These are newcomers willing to prove themselves, and I think we'll see that tonight.
Alright. And it looks like I spoke too soon. Surfy's actually coming back in for Did Someone Say B, aka Mocha. And Reliable Rez is coming in for Pokitude, meaning that the support here lineup here is changing a bit. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, they probably just want to give the players more exposure, more time on the big screen. It's to give them the tournament feel, because it is first game of the season after all. But Reliable Rez, I do remember Reliable Rez from Showcase, and she had some pretty gutsy reses. So I'm hoping to see a lot of Reliable Rez. But Reliable Rez is also a good main tank as well. I've seen some Reinhardt plays, pretty good players. So I'm excited to see what Reliable Rez will bring out.
Yes, and as we are now entering Gibraltar, this is where we get to see our second map, and we'll be able to see our defensive picks first, as it looks like an Ana Zen dive coming out from Steamrollers, while it looks to be also a Mercy Zen attack dive with Genji and Widowmaker from Blazing Pegasus. Minimal differences, but they could make all the difference here.
It could, and with Steamrollers' proved teamwork and synergy, this is going to be a really dangerous matchup from Steamroller versus Blazing Pegasus. Panther, you got to watch out for from Blazing Pegasus, and Pharaoh as well, because he's bringing out the Sombra and positioning by the fireplace. He's got really good positioning, so he's going to cause havoc on the back line for Steamrollers, and that's going to be a real test of their teamwork.
Yes, however, we should note that Steamrollers is playing that Ana instead of the Mercy, meaning effectively Reliable Res, if they're able to land that Res, they're going to be able to suffer one extra death before having to disengage than Steamrollers will.
Absolutely. Blazing Pegasus has got that pad with that Mercy Res, so Steamrollers are gonna have to focus them. But then it gives Blazing Pegasus a little bit of room to work with to reorient themselves if they do get that pick and give away the positioning and everything. So I'm excited to see what happens. So they're going to be taking the high ground here, trying to feel them out by expecting a really... Blazing Pegasus is probably going to stay on the payload for a little bit until they see Steamrollers, and they're just going to dive up on them. And then they're going to make Steamrollers play right into them.
Alright, and the tanks as well as the Mercy just gonna have a little footsie battle on the bridge before dropping down, it seems. Yes, they will. Fro currently top left on the Sombra as invisible, looking and giving his team some scouting information, while Big Green just pushes the payload underneath the bridge and into Car Wash.
Absolutely. And Pharaoh did some scouting, went all the way back to spawn, and they're just duking it out right now with Blazing Pegasus pushing for free. The Steamroller's just going to back up here, give him some space, and engage with the Winston.
Yeah, Kellogg got a huge pick there onto Pantsu, causing him to go down. That's probably why Faro was back there. Reliable Res got the res onto Big Green, who went down to Iced Tea Drink, but Scoopy be able to pick off Reliable Res while the rest of the team fall.
Yeah, that was a really good move by Steamrollers. They did a really good job in stopping that push. Well, those two initial picks from the Tracer onto the Widowmaker, that was a really good pick. And that just solidified it for them because that's their best DPS, and they're gone. Where's that bomb come from? Looks like there's a fat finger. Oh no, what happened,
Yeah,
Phantom?
hate to see it.
Oh no!
Yeah, hate to see it, Phantom. But Cornish, he falls off the map.
Off the map. Oh man, what's going on? Guys, get your head screwed on straight. It's fine. They're probably just nervous. I'd be nervous too if it was my first match of the season. But nope, Blazing Pegasus is coming in. There they go. Reliable Res goes down.
Yeah, they were probably there trying to get in and try and do something when both divas were down. Did someone say B? Again, dying here. And an early Infrasight coming out from Scoopy. A big advantage as Pantsu's only at 65%, and he's able to see where everyone on that enemy team is, preventing them from going on any sort of sneaky flanks there.
Absolutely. And since they have the advantage here, they're able to plan out the ults that they have currently in their bank. They got the Nano Winston, or it's a Nano Tracer, because Tracer's got that bomb. Where Blazing Pegasus is going to have the Winston and the Diva Bomb and the Res. They're going to have all their ults online, actually, so they might win this one.
Yeah, they were having a fight there on Blue Box, but then Iced Tea Drink pops the Primal Rage, gets the Nano Boost, and is starting to just wreak havoc in the back line. A huge Pulse Bomb forcing out the Transcendence from Blazing Pegasus, and Blazing Pegasus is still going to lose that fight, sadly.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, because that Winston ult from Ice-T really split their team up, which was really good for Steamrollers. They were able to just pick out the guys on the payload, the Diva kind of struggling there, and then Ice-T was just doing work, waiting for the backline to finish up and just finish them all off. But Pharaoh's probably going to come in with an EMP. That probably might give them a good opening, because Steamrollers got no... They only have the Transcendence coming up.
There's a common EMP bomb combo. However, it doesn't get anyone. Steamrollers showed a lot of patience there, dropping down and not getting hit, and they're able to pick up two in the main tank, Winston and the Sombra. And at this point, Blazing Pegasus has to be getting scared. However, they do get the kill onto Kellogg, and Phantom Tissue is currently taking a 1v3 down there all alone, but he is able to escape and throws the Diva Bomb down. And it's going to get Reliable Res. Did someone say he was able to protect himself using that bubble, and he pops Primal Rage, trying to kill someone, and he's up there with the healers and the Widowmaker. A big pulse bomb from Kellogg, D-Mech and Cornish, but he goes down to Pantsu. Pantsu dies to Phantom, and this honestly could be anyone's fight. However,
Absolutely.
It does look like Scoopy's going to get the kill onto Furo. It's just the Mercy and the Baby Diva. And Steamrollers should be able to close this out with a full hold on first point of Watch Point Gibraltar.
Yeah, just as predicted, Steamrollers got the better teamwork here. Blazing Pegasus is going to have to go back to the drawing board to determine what exactly needs to be improved. It looks like they have really good tank play from Steamrollers. I saw, when Ice-T just filled up the kill feed, he was just being enabled by his team, saying, yeah, I'm going to dive this, and exactly that is what they did. I did see a couple of Reliable reses. They were pretty gutsy, but it might have worked in Showcase, but it doesn't work here because it's a different environment now. So Reliable Res, you're good, I appreciate you. I appreciate your reses. I gotta watch out.
Definitely. And I honestly think that Steamrollers communication, if only we could be in there, it is on point. Their dives are all coordinated on the same target. Well, on Blazing Pegasus, I feel like there's some sort of disconnect there, where Big Green's using these Transcendents, but he's always down a member or two, and it just tends to hurt them.
Yeah, it does hurt them. And the late Transcendence, or even a misplaced Transcendence, that's something that could be used for a different situation. But it just seemed like it was just a survivability trank when really the fight was over. It's okay to hold that trank just for a little bit. I wouldn't trade a trank for maybe like a Doomfist ult. Just let him take it. Save it for maybe a Grab Dragon. But we don't really have any ults that need any defense. So I don't even know if a Zen would be an appropriate pick for this kind of composition that's going on.
And clearly Blazing Pegasus does agree with you, as they're going to be running an Ana Zen here, nearly the exact same comp Steamrollers ran on defense except a Mercy instead of the Zenyatta, while Steamrollers is running out with a Widow Tracer dive. And they're going to be jumping straight onto the bridge, playing a little footsie game, trying to see if they might be able to establish control. And they are actually. They're forcing Blazing Pegasus back a little bit. However, it doesn't look like they'll be able to get full control. But Scooby with a huge headshot onto Panther there. And forcing Blazing Pegasus to drop down from that high ground. And Steamroller's tanks currently are just taking control of it. But a big nade from Big Green comes out, forcing Phantom to back up as he gets anti.
Absolutely, and Scoopy's first shot onto Panther really opened it up for the team. And Phantom takes out reliable res. It doesn't look like Blazing Pegasus is going to last that much longer, because Steamroller is just showing really good teamwork right here. They're playing really patiently. Scoopy's having a Widow battle up there, but oh man, the Winston takes out 2.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like their Steamrollers were trying to kind of sneak it in while their tanks dealt with it up top, but Blazing Pegasus identified that and dropped down. But Kellogg popping off, getting to Evendell, able to kill Did Someone Save Me, and Kellogg with a 3rd kill onto Cornish, and I don't think there's anyone that can contest.
No, absolutely not.
Panther with a kill onto Scoopy, but this is going to be all she wrote. Is it? It is.
It's again, really good teamwork by Steamrollers. I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing here. It just really shows night and day, like, just teamwork. I'm emphasizing a lot tonight, but I really hope that both teams can learn like where they succeeded and where they need improvement. And I think Blazing Pegasus needs to work like generally just on comps, and that's only something that it will improve over time. Because it's got to be patient. If you're watching this cast Blazing Pegasus just for review, it'll take time. So be patient with each other. Once we get each other's kinks worked out, you'll be a great team. I promise.
Definitely. And it is interesting to note, however, that Blazing Pegasus and Steamrollers are both pre-made teams coming into the Minors division. And they probably picked up a few players from Owlet from the showcases and other tryouts they may have held. But, again, it's interesting to note, maybe Steamrollers has been around longer than Blazing Pegasus, and they have the comms locked down. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? And it'll be very interesting to see. I'm really interested to see, like, when Steamrollers goes against another team that's just as coordinated. I wonder if they'll just like kick back, or they'll be like really coordinated for their fight, or they'll just break apart. Well, anyways, it looks like the team here, they would like a 5-minute break, and looks like we'll have to do that too. So let's do some review, and we'll circle back here in about 5. We'll be back, guys, in about 5 minutes.
See you then. Welcome back, guys. We're back with map number 3, which is going to be Hanamura here. And Breth, what do you think of the last 2 maps we've seen?
I think both teams are playing really well. For the first match of the season, I'm saying that a lot because it is the first match of the season. Both teams should be proud of the performance that they're putting in right now. Blazing Pegasus, it's just showing them how they can improve. I'm pretty sure they are a great team, and they are a great team. Just give it some time. Be patient with yourself when you're going through the VOD reviews and everything for this particular match. Just point out like, hey, maybe we should do this instead. Just be constructive, be nice to each other. But as far as Steamrollers go, you guys are doing really well as well. But hey, Blazing Pegasus could come back after that 5-minute POW. Anything could happen. So I'm expecting a good turnaround from Blazing Pegasus, and they're going to give us a great show.
Definitely, and it is interesting to note that Blazing Pegasus has subbed Pokeshoot back in for Reliable and Surfy back in for, did someone say B? Maybe their specialist on their heroes, Pokey being a Lucio player and Reliable being a Mercy.
Absolutely, and Reliable, with those reses, put that on hold for now. We're going to need to see more Ana plays. And since the Hanamura map, it is a Rhine Zarya map, I'm expecting to see more of those Death Ball compositions because they were playing Ghosts the first time around. So if Steamrollers is attacking first, they're just going to goats it out. When in doubt, goats it out. So that's what I'm expecting for this one.
Definitely. And as we start to load up the map here, I'm kind of hoping, personal opinion, that we don't see goats. But it probably will be, especially since we saw on Lighthouse, both teams had a very strong Zen goats as well as Moira goats.
Absolutely, and both teams, play goats really well. And Zen's important, Moira's important. They both did really well. But let's see what's going on. Looks like which team is that again? Steamroll. Steamroll's on Team Red or is Steamroll on Team Blue? Okay, so Steamroll is now on the red side and Blazing Pegasus is on the blue side. That's fantastic. So it looks like from Team Blazing Pegasus, they're going to be coming up with the Ghost composition again. And on Steamrollers, Ghost composition as well. But Pantsu's opting for the May here, where on the opposite side, they're just opting for a full Ghost composition. So I'm excited to see what happens.
Definitely, and Dell does seem to really prefer that Moira over, say, an Ana or a Zenyatta. However, the problem here for Blazing Pegasus is if Wowza's just going to get free grabs the whole time because you have no D.Va to DM them.
Oh yes, and D.Va is very important for a Ghost composition. For that very reason, she's just an enabler for they just got to enable their Rhine and their D.Va. But since both sides aren't, or at least Blazing Pegasus isn't running D.Va, I'm very interested to see how their defense is going to hold up. But looks like they're going to count on the mate to wall off the Ghost composition, like kind of in half. Hopefully siphon the Rhine off away from their team, and therefore they're just like get them going, and they'll actually might win this map.
Definitely, and we see here that Wowza's going on his own. No, okay, he's going back with his team as they go to the right side. Not yet scouting out that May, it seems. Wowza using an early bubble there. Using both of his bubbles early, actually. The wall comes out, but it catches no one. They played it very well in reserve. And now they're going to amp onto point. Crow all alone and going to die there. However, Kellogg also died to Nano Rocket. And Surfy kind of in there on his lonesome and gets booped upwards. And Pantsu forced to use that ice block early, and a huge pin coming in from Nano onto Surfy, dropping him dangerously.
Whoa!
Huge shatter from Surfy, killing Nano. Surfy goes down himself, however, and it looks like that's gonna be the disengage for Steamrollers.
That was a really good fight from both teams. Pantsu attempted that wall to block him off, but Steamrollers like, you know what? You miss. We're just gonna wait till it goes down. They went in. They siphoned off the Brethgyk and managed to take her down, but she managed to come back. Really good teamwork, and that pin from the Reinhardt, that was really good. Tried to open it up for Steamrollers, but that shatter came back. Really good fight.
Definitely. And here again, an early ice wall used. It's not going to get anything. However, Pokey, Tude, and Cornish both getting shattered. The bomb not quite good enough though. A blizzard to zone the main area comes out from Pansu. Nano Rocket all alone. The Nano Boost onto the Brethgyk, able to kill Nano Rocket, and Evendell being pressured dangerously low goes down to Surfy. The wall comes out, and it looks like it's just going to be Phantom Tissue on the point. However, his Lucio gets him out. The Brethgyk is there. Sadly, however, going to go down to Surfy.
Oh man, good job, Blazing Pegasus. They're coming back. I knew it. I knew they would come back. That 5 minutes really did help because Pansu has been integral in splitting off the team, and they're doing really well. So we're seeing a couple hero switches come out. The team is going with a Widow, Genji, and a Zen, and a Winston. They're doing a full comp change here. They're not saying, yeah, we're not going to do goats anymore. Let's try just the standard dive into them to see what we can do here.
Yes, they have to be very careful that they get in and get out, as Lucio Zenyatta is a pretty low healing composition, and their only ult here is going to be that beat. And of course, Blazing Pegasus has 3 ults, a counter beat of their own, as well as a Reinhardt Shatter and a Zarya grab, and they're currently fighting it out on point. A huge Shatter comes out from Surfy, able to pick up the tanks. The late beat, however, from Pokey, just to secure that fight for them, forcing the Lucio and Baby Diva to run away. Phantom Tissue not gonna kill himself. Instead, he's like, you know what? I'm 97 on this mech. I think I can get it back. And
looks like
Wowza dash through Blazing Pegasus, but just trying to get out there.
Yeah, it looks like that was a really good fight by both. That late bait from Pokitude, but I want to commend Salad's patience on holding that beat. He held it the entire time, even though he could have used it, but didn't. Now they have the advantage here.
There's the Blade picking up 2. The Blizzard actually came out. That Blade though killed her as she was mid-throw. The grab from Cornish, it's gonna pick up 3 there, but it's not gonna get any kills, and they're just going to be able to clean up this point, no problemo.
No problem. They can get Pokitude, and they did chase him again. That Salad beat. Good beat Salad, man. Beef salad? Beat salad? I don't know. He beat that Salad, man. He did really well, and that actually won the fight with that grab coming up from Cornish. That got them for .1. But really good teamwork from Blazing Pegasus. I'm really proud of you guys. You guys are doing really well, and I'm excited for you to see them take this point real quick. So.
That's right. They almost actually full held it. We've just hit the 4-minute mark now. Pansu choosing to go on that Reaper while Big Green switches to the Moira. No switches, however, from Steamrollers as they look to take the top. They're coming around onto middle, and they're just going to go straight to point. You know, force Blazing Pegasus onto you. Why don't you? And an Infrasight comes out from Kellogg while the rally came out from Furo. And the Transcendence from Evendell to stop Surfy from getting any follow-up onto his Earth Shatter, but Nano Rocket does go down to Furo, and Salad dies, and at this point, Blazing Pegasus is just going to win the fight.
Yes, that was a really good fight, and that Transcendence from Evendell is a good trank, but he actually got booped off, and I was told by one of my former teammates that I'm not allowed to comment on Transcendences anymore because I apparently don't know how to do it. But I stand by the previous one. It was scuffed, it was late, but that one was a good trank, but he just got booped off. But that was good teamwork by both teams, good hold, and we actually have a Reaper ult coming out from Blazing Pegasus with a bomb coming out from Steamrollers, so it's just going to be a 1-1. And Nanorocket's electing for the Rhine now, and Salad is switching to Mercy. So it's a couple of hero changes. I know actually Steamrollers is planning to do a full tank change, going to a Death Ball, and Steamrollers, Blazing Pegasus is wondering what's going on. So it's going to be a dry push, but they're going to have to enable Wowza's Blade to do some damage here. But then Blazing Pegasus has got 4 ults coming up, so this will be interesting.
Yes, and Steamroller seems to be just going straight to point, but let's appreciate how good Pansu was on that Reaper, building Reaper ult in one fight, and a massive blade from Wowza, picking up Pansu, picking up Furo, and now they're just going to try and kill the tanks. Pokitude killed mid-beat. What is this madness from Nano Rocket?
Oh, no. Oh, man. They try to do that Coalescent.
Another ultimate shutdown. They are just insane, but huge there. Huge comms from Evendell, I'm sure, because if you looked in that kill feed, almost every kill had a Discord on it. He's telling his team, you know what, this person's Discord, this person's Discord, this person's Discorded, and they're focusing down that target.
Good Zen playing, good comms, definitely, and with Wowza enabled on the Blade, it got those 2 good picks, just staggered Team Blazing Pegasus, and that's what won them a fight. But there's 2 minutes left on the clock. It's still anyone's game here, and it looks like Steamrollers is going to go with their same comp as before, whereas Blazing Pegasus is still deciding what they want to do, but looks like they're electing to go with the Brig and the Zenyatta at this point in time. So it's pretty much up in the air here right now, but again, anyone's game. I'm really excited to see what's going to happen. Looks like maybe Blazing Pegasus is going to go with the goats here, and Steamrollers is just going to use a standard deathball comp with the double snipers.
Definitely, and it's interesting to see, however, that they're running a Mercy Zenyatta. It's not commonly run because it has a lower healing output than, say, a Ana Zen or an Ana Lucio, but it can still be strong, especially getting that damage boost onto the Hanzo and Widow to just burst down the tanks, especially against something bulky like the Goat's composition.
And I'm glad you mentioned the damage boost from Mercy, because combined the damage boost on the Widow or the Hanzo plus the Discord, you could have a lot of one-shots here from Kellogg. And we haven't seen a Kellogg Widow yet. So I'm really excited to see if Widow can land those shots and good comps, land and pick them off one by one.
Definitely. And now the gates are open. Blazing Pegasus gonna come out, taking the right side just like Steamrollers did, trying maybe scout out, hey, they have a Mei, but they're gonna be sorely disappointed here.
Yep, and the ghost composition comes up from Blazing Pegasus, and they're just surrounding. Oh my goodness, nice job.
Surfy, you're insane. Calm down. They have families there. And Sal, they're just flying around trying to do something, but he's not able to. Gets killed by Pokey. And a near about 30-second cap by Blazing Pegasus. Cornus just trying to fight off the Widowmaker and Zenyatta. That Steamrollers is sent ahead. But if they can get these kills on them, that's a massive stagger, and they should be able to snowball the point.
Absolutely, and Blazing Pegasus has got a couple of ults probably coming up. They can farm it real quick here with Steamrollers doing a couple of hero swaps here. So, they're not going to let up. Blazing Pegasus is going to come in full, try to help out the Brethgyk here with that ult.
Definitely, and now Blazing Pegasus, yeah, coming onto the point. But Nano Rocket goes down early to Pantsu, and this could open up the fight. Surfy with a nice kill onto Phantom Tissue. Cornish, however, does get DMAC. The Impresight comes out from Kellogg, and a big kill onto Big Green, while Wowza does get DMAC, and Sound goes down. Wowza dies, and Blazing Pegasus could have a 6-minute cap, but a big shatter from Nano Rocket, but an even bigger brute from Pokey preventing any follow-up there. However, it's currently a 4v4 on the point. A nice shatter comes out. Salad and Wowza trying to stall this point out as long as they can, but it looks like Blazing Pegasus is just going to be doing cleanup duty.
Wow, what a stall from Evendell. And Nanorok is coming in. It's just a stall going on there, Press. Evendell is kind of hiding out there in the corner and gets swung up by Pharaoh. Looks like Steamrollers might be able to hold this one because they actually focus too much on the Zen here. It's just a big brawl in the fight right now. There's that grab coming out from Steamrollers on the bomb coming up from Blazing Pegasus. Boom,
like
takes out
a huge bomb. Picking up 3 actually there. And honestly, if I was Steamrollers in that position, ever since the changes to spawn times, I would have just waited, let them take 2 ticks, and then gone out as a full 6-man team. So that way our spawn time does not get increased. Sadly, they didn't do that, and they're going to pay with nearly a 6 minutes left from Blazing Pegasus attack.
Oh man, this is gonna be really fun to watch. I'm really seeing Blazing Pegasus. They are on fire. They're saying, "Hey, you took those maps from us. We're gonna take the next 2 from you guys." And I'm really seeing it. They're doing really well here. They're putting Wowza in their place. And Kellogg, we were predicting, maybe an empowerment from the Mercy and the Zenyatta. It didn't happen. I didn't see Kellogg land any shots actually. So they probably should have given Wowza that his scan one, because I've seen really good DPS plays, but. Blazing Pegasus coming out with the goats again, and Steamrollers not wanting to concede with the ghost competition. They're going to go the regular dive, full dive with the Mercy Zenyatta, Tracer Genji, Winston, Diva.
Definitely. And it's interesting to note that Pantsu here is on the Zarya and not that Mei. Clearly, they've learned their lesson, and they're looking to hold them here and now, hoping that we don't go to the fabled 8 CP. Yikes. However, I'm going to be very interested to see, does Salad get those big reses like Reliable did, or do they maybe get killed from the GOAT's composition?
That's something we'll definitely have to see. I'm really excited to see what happens. We're going to have to play real slowly here because diving into a Goat's composition is not necessarily the best thing because of the insane healing output, and the Rhine Hammer is just going to hit you in the face real hard. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen here. And they're playing real back here. They kind of want the other team to come in, and they're actually going to take the back way. And I'm excited to see what happens. Kellogg's taking that flank.
Definitely. And they're just going to kind of walk on the point. Not using any cooldowns there. Oh wait, but the bubble comes out and the leap does. I mean, they have no escape abilities here. And they're all just in that cluster death ball, something Goats loves. Nano Rocket going down early to Pantsu. A big stun onto Phantom Tissue. They're going to try and kill him, but they won't quite succeed. Even though it goes down to Cornish. And it... Oh, but Salad also dies there. And it looks like it's just going to be them saying, no, get away. We're going to kill you, even in your spawn.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did. I really do applaud Steamrollers for trying something new to go try to catch them by surprise and try to pick them off one by one, but it didn't exactly work out for them. And now they're doing a team switch into a Goat, but Blazing Pegasus will have ults coming up, which gives them the fight advantage, and they only have 1.5 pushes left. So this is going to be very interesting. Got to play the cards just right in order for Steamrollers to take the point.
Definitely, and a huge nade comes out from Big Green, enabling that kill onto Nano Rocket. The rally comes out, giving them that extra armor to just secure the fight. However, Steamrollers does get a clean disengage, meaning they'll be able to get a full 6 for this last push. However, they have to be careful about that shatter and that bomb, and then Pantsu and Big Green are close to their Graviton and Nano Boost respectively.
This is going to be a real test for Steamrollers' teamwork here because they only have 1 ult to work with, whereas Blazing Pegasus has 2. Oh no! What is going on? Just chaos on the point here with the bomb coming up from Cornish.
A huge bomb!
3! Oh my goodness! 4!
You gotta be kidding me. A big grab, however, is it gonna pick up any? We'll see. Big Green with the kill on the Nano Rocket, nano boosting Pantsu, who's able to pick off Kellogg, his counterpart. However, it's gonna be a 3v1, and Pantsu's just gonna be bullied off that point by the supports. Supports, way to show your power, channel your inner Jonek. However, Cornish here trying to touch with Pokitude, but they're going to be booped off, and now Cornish is on the point stalling. Surfy comes back with the pin, not going to land onto anyone. Nano Rocket sending Surfy just flying and getting that kill onto Cornish. They're just going to fall on him and cap the point.
Man, what a good play by Phantom. That bomb made all the difference, and that is the teamwork that we talked about. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I don't know if you caught it, Press, but I want to know what happened to enable that 3 bomb. Because I really want it from them. But here, they're coming in that last push with 2 ults coming in, and Blazing Pegasus has no ults to work with.
Definitely. And they're looking for that snowball, using the rally early, engaging straight onto Surfy, able to land that stun, and a big shatter onto Cornish, demeching him. And at this point, this could be a 1 fight, but a huge shatter from Surfy, and the bomb comes out from Phantom, not going to pick up anything. Both beats get used there, and both Gravitons get used. This is just a chaotic fight, and Wowza goes down, Nano Rocket goes down, Kellogg goes down, Blazing Pegasus with a big hold here, it looks like, against Steamrollers despite the first cap onto the first point.
Yeah, and they did a really good job, and Blazing Pegasus came in with that steamrolled on this on this round, particularly because they have the ult advantage. Steamrollers decided to switch to Goats way too late, I think. I really think that once when they saw Goats, they should have backed up and went straight into Goats because they should know that Blazing Pegasus had the ult advantage, which left them at a disadvantage. If it wasn't for that Diva Bomb, I feel like Blazing Pegasus could have held the first point.
Definitely, but I'm still confident in Blazing Pegasus. They have nearly 6 minutes to cap both points, meaning that last time they capped it in just 2 minutes and 20 seconds. They have plenty of time to cap not even both points, but the first point and then 1 tick onto the second. And it looks like for the defense, we'll be seeing maybe that double sniper, as we do see Wowza on the Hanzo here and even Del on the Ana.
Yeah, isn't that what they tried to do last time? They tried to do the double sniper with the Mercy and the Zen, but the Kellogg wasn't able to land those shots. So I'm really interested to see if they're actually... Oh no, actually Wowza's going to go with the Mei, and Kellogg's going to go on Hanzo. But then they have the Lucio Ana composition with the defense with the Zarya Rhine. So they're going to try to wall him off again, whereas Blazing Pegasus is just going with the good old goats. When in doubt, goats it out. That's exactly what they're going to do. They have 5 minutes and 40 seconds. They want to make sure they... I kind of expect them just to blaze through the choke, get point A, so they have all the time they need just to get 33% on point B. So very interesting.
The choke, the dance.
Blaze to the point. Yeah. I'm no punny. Just kick me off now.
And the gates open, and the goats go right side, but they get scouted out right away by a nice Sonic from Kellogg, and they're going to be looking for Surfy to engage, but nice bait on the wall. They're not going to get picked off, and a good stun, but now Surfy is forced into that corner. A nice freeze, but he's not going to die. Faro does go down early to Kellogg's Storm Arrow. Cornish gets demeched, Cornish gets killed, and that's just going to be a disengage from Blazing Pegasus.
That was a really good hold from Steamrollers there. You know, Goats is a giant truck. They held them. They had a really good hold on them. And I noticed that Kellogg was kind of standing in that little perch there going, what's going on? Kind of daydreaming. Wonder if he had tech issues. But he was able to wake back up and defend. So I'm excited to see what's coming up for Blazing Pegasus.
Definitely. And the wall gets baited out by Pegasus, and I really like Steamroller's choice to not do anything and not bring it down because they want to stall as much time. But two huge kills onto Pantu and Faro are probably going to kill the push as it is from Blazing Pegasus. Another kill onto Surfy. Kellogg popping off here despite being aided. 2 headshots there. What a play.
I think I see what's going on now. The Ghost composition that Blazing Pegasus had did not have a Moria. They were counting on the Brethgyk, Ana, and Lucio, so there's not a lot of AoE healing happening. And Pharaoh kept going down those first 2 pushes, so which left the AoE just up to the Lucio. So it looks like they are going to swap to a regular Deathball composition. 3 tanks, 2 DPS, 1 DPS, and 2 supports. So they're going to try to lay it on here, but Steamrollers has 5 ults to work with this next fight. And if they have good ult economy, they're just going to hold them.
A huge shatter coming in from Steamrollers. Not quite going to get anything, however. And of course, the beat comes out from Salad. A nice bomb, but it's not going to pick up anyone. While Faro just tries to deal damage, abusing the fact that there's no hit skin. Phantom Tissue with a nice kill onto Poke, meaning Faro is now unsupported in the air. He has to drop down if he wants healing from Big Green. As Blazing Pegasus just disengage, waiting for their next fight.
Yeah, and something's going on with Blazing Pegasus here. They had the good composition. They just need. I feel like they just needed that one hero swap just onto the Moira. They would have been able to roll over Steamrollers, but it doesn't seem to be the case. And Surfy's been committed to that Reinhardt here, and if he gets a good shatter, they'll be able to take it. It's a good pick from Pharaoh. This could open it up for the Blazing Pegasus.
Definitely, and here they're going to come in, and there's no Grab Dragons anymore. That was probably their win condition. A nice Blizzard, gonna freeze Big Green there. He's gonna die early, but Wowza goes down at the same time. And there's the barrage, picking up Salad, but he goes down to Evendell. Big Green gets rezzed up by Pokey, a huge shatter onto Nanorocket, and then the grab from Phantom Tissue, the Nano Boost onto Surfy from Big Green. The Dragon's coming in very late, not going to get anyone there. And this is a chaotic fight if I've ever seen one. With Phantom Tissue dropping Aegis slow, there he goes. It's just Evendell and Kellogg on the point. Kellogg dies to Surfy. And that should be all she wrote for this point.
Yeah, that was a very good push by Blazing Pegasus here, but I'm questioning the ults from Surfy after 4 Steamrollers went down, and then the Nano from Surfy while in the grab. That was very interesting ult choices there when the fight was already won. But, you know, that grab came in. Hopefully that, you know, that'll come in as Steamrollers was coming to try to command that point back. But, you know, I felt like that was just a waste of ults. But Blazing Pegasus has 3 ults coming in, whereas Steamrollers will only have 1. So
Yes.
Blazing Pegasus plays the cards right. They'll take this real quick.
Definitely. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the first Ash in Owlet. Let's see what happens. Kellogg's going to be on it, using that dynamite early. It is going to light Pantu on fire, forced to use that bubble, and they're just going to engage straight on the point. Cornish trying to pressure Kellogg at the top, but he's just going to leave it. A big grab comes out as well as the Valk. There's the bomb from Cornish, and it lands on top of the platform there. Unfortunato. Nanorocket goes down, so does Salad to Faro. Surfy dies, Kellogg dies, however, and Pokechewed went for the res, not quite able to get it. Phantom Tissue goes down, and now it's just Nanorocket trying to stall out the point. Wowza comes back, and at this point it's a 4v4. Wowza goes down, there's the beat from Salad, but the rally comes out from Faro. And currently Pantu's got the Nano Boost, just deal massive amounts of damage. Nanorocket and Evendell have both died here. It's a 3v5 on the point. Tug was forced to switch that tracer, and there's the Brethgyk. They might have missed it on point 1, but they get it on point 2, and that's where it counts.
Oh man, that was a good dragon by Wowza, and the fight's still going on. They got the May and the Ana coming in with a shatter, but it hits
Surfy
Evendell.
with a huge shatter onto Evendell. Nano Rocket's gonna go down early, and Surfy, he got 4 kills there at the end. Can you believe this, man? What a hero play there.
Man, that was such a good fight by Surfy. You know, he had a shield up there and he was swinging and everything. It was a really good play. He just enabled it. And he just actually got play of the game. It's a really good job from Blazing Pegasus. They really took this one. It shows that the teamwork really did come together in the last half. They just needed to get used to Steamrollers. They got used to them. They rolled them over. There's that play of the game. Hit them. But there's one comment that I wanted to make about that push while everyone was fighting on the point there. Evendell was uncontested in the back, just healing her teammates, and he actually almost got Nano from that exchange, and everyone's just kind of like just going around the point like, hey, there's a healer back there, that's why they're still alive. So if they focus more on the backline, that would have allowed Blazing Pegasus to take the point a lot faster.
Definitely, and of course Blazing Pegasus able to pick up their first map in Owlet, and it'll be interesting to see what happens next. They're gonna try and say, hey, we're still here, we're still strong, and they're gonna be trying to take the map score to 2-2 for their first preseason game.
And that's something that everyone should be proud of. First match of the season, a 2-2. That means you're both good. That means you're both are on the right track. And I'm seeing Blazing Pegasus rise from the ashes, even though they're not Phoenixes yet. Are they related? Pegasus, Phoenix? They're both horses. No, Phoenix is a bird. Pegasus is a horse. Please don't roast me, chat. I have no idea about my mythology.
Roast him.
Roasted. Okay, but that's another pun because Phoenix is... I'm just going to move on. Anyways, they're both doing really well. Steamrollers doing really well, holding that defense. Blazing Pegasus got it together. That Ghost competition. Keep in mind, Ghost competition works well with Moira, Lucio, and Brig. But Ana, you know, it's a good choice. But hey, review the VOD. We might be able to pick up something.
Definitely. And what I really liked there was, while Steamrollers in the first 2 maps seemed to have really good comms, Blazing Pegasus there, they were always engaged on the same person, which I really like. And that's the most important part of the GOATS comp, or the 3-3 comp, whatever you like to call it, is you engage on that same person and fight together as a team, getting that AoE healing from your Lucio and your Brethgyk, and even the Moira if you're running a Moira GOATS.
Absolutely, and they did really well. And that was our last 2 CP map. We're going to be going on to Eichenwalde, which we both love to cast because that is just a lot of ground. There's a lot of different comps that we can see. You can see a lot of dive after point A if they like to run dive. And I noticed, and I'm expecting to see Steamrollers run a really good dive after the first point is taken to command the high ground. Blazing Pegasus is going to also command the payload when they're defending. They're going to say, hey, Steamrollers, come to us. You know, I know you have that name, Steamrollers, but just come to us. We'll just hold you up. I'm just going to whack you because you're dive.
You know what, Breth? I'm going to be very disappointed if we don't see any crazy fair flanks, especially on the first point. If you guys didn't know, you can actually go around behind the defense on attack, and you're able to land some nice rockets there. And I'm really hoping to see that. However, we might also at the same time just see GOATs come out from both teams because they've shown that they're very competent on it.
Oh yes, I love opening up with goats, but I really do want to see that far play that you mentioned because that is a very sneaky play. And if the defending team is running goats and the offensive team is running Pharah, the defensive team is going to be in big trouble because they're just going to get picks, and that's it. And they're going to take the point real quick.
Yeah, and it looks like I can't speak. It looks like substitutions are going to be coming out for Blazing Pegasus, or not Blazing Pegasus. Sorry, Steamroller. You know what? I can't even read. Okay, Blazing Pegasus. Sorry. As did someone say? V comes in for Surfy, and Reliable Res comes in for Pokitude. So who knows? Maybe we'll see that Pharmacy because of course Reliable Res did play Mercy on Ilios, I believe it was.
Yes, and Pharaoh plays a pretty mean Pharah too. We saw the Pharaoh come out a couple times in a couple of barrages, but I'm interested to see Iced Tea Drink. He's coming back in, and he plays a really mean Winston. We saw it on Gibraltar. He just did work on them. So this match is going to come down to the wire. I think we're going to have a really good show ahead of us.
Definitely. I'm really excited to see, does Blazing Pegasus prove they're still in it and make the map score 2-2, or is Steamrollers going to take their first win in Owlet, even if it's in the preseason, and take a nice 3-1 Or we could have a draw. We could just have a draw on this map and give Steamrollers the win still.
Oh yes, and if there is a draw, I want to see a rematch. You bet that I'm going to be asking to cast that rivalry that's already coming up. I already sense a rivalry coming up if a draw were to happen. And I see Drink and Wowza, both really good players on Blazing Pegasus, is going to give Steamrollers a run for their money.
And as we go on to into Germany, Pantsuit, that debate onto the tour. But I wish, dude, I wish. However,
that would be
it
nice.
does look like Blazing Pegasus is going to be showing early that they're going to run goats, while Steamrollers on the defense here is going to be running a McCree Hanzo on a Zen Rhine Zarya. An interesting comp for sure, and they're looking to shut down any Pharah that might be run with that McCree.
But it doesn't look like any Pharah. It doesn't look like any Pharah's going to be coming up. Pharah's electing for the Brethgyk. It's interesting goats comp. They're doing 3 off healers for their goats. They're probably counting on going in pretty quickly here, so pretty interested to see what's going on. And if Steamrollers had a Pharah, they'd be in trouble. But hey, just gotta get those good picks in. Hold that shield up. Give Ryan that bubble. Swing into them, because they're gonna come in nice and hot. I'm excited to see what happens. Wowza, you gotta watch out for Wowza, because he's on that Hanzo. We've seen his McCree play. I'm pretty sure his Hanzo play is just as deadly.
Yeah. However, maybe they're like, you know what? Wowza's probably on that Hanzo, and T-Drink is probably on that Zarya. We should run a Zenyatta so we can use Transcendence when they use the Grab Dragons. But the gates are going to be opening up, and we'll see what happens during this fight on Eichenwalde, as Blazing Pegasus are attacking here first. And they're going to get scouted right away by Wowza yet again. And they're just going to push through the choke as Steamrollers are taking a more defensive position, but a big pick onto Big Green, and that's just going to be the signal to disengage from Blazing Pegasus.
And there's Wowza with that play. He's really good on that DPI, so you guys really gotta watch out. Steamroller or Blazing Pegasus, because Wowza will get you. If he sees an opportunity, he's going to take it along with Scoopy. Scoopy's shown to be a really good hit scan. So those tanks are really enabling their DPS right now with the Discord coming out. It's just, this is a deadly comp to go against. I'd be really afraid to go against Steamrollers right now.
Big Green is not having a fun time. He got picked there again, and now he's going onto that Ana. He has a little more survivability with that anti-nade and the sleep dart. And they're now gonna start pushing in. Sonic Arrow comes out. They see the switches onto the Ana, and now they're gonna start pressing those W keys, going through the choke. And they're actually gonna go left of the pillar here, straight onto point, and they're gonna start brawling. Furo dropping Nate, though he's gonna go down to Evendell. Did someone say B also goes down to Wowza, and it looks here like it's gonna just be cleanup for Steamrollers as Blazing Pegasus tries to get out.
Yep, tries to pass is actually gonna do a reset here. Wowza coming in with those picks that we want. We're gonna see 2 ults come out from Scoopy and Wowza, with additional ults from Ana and the Zenyatta, Tishkar, and Evendell. Whereas Steamrollers, they only have a Shatter coming up, and they can farm their ults quickly. They can get a Nano, Brig, and the Diva Bomb, and the Beat. So this is going to be an all battle the next fight. It's going to be really cool.
Definitely, but they now do not have that Transcendence Blazing Pegasus though, and the Grab Dragons is very close for Steamrollers, meaning they could probably secure a team fight with just those 2 ultimates.
Oh man, looks like we're coming into a pause here. Sorry about that, Prez. Looks like we have some difficulties. I saw that someone might have left. I don't know. Yeah. Someone saying sorry. Some comm issues from Steamrolling. Yikes.
Blazing Pegasus. Unfortunato. Who knows what just happened there? Rip eardrums, I guess.
Get the FCC on this. You're not allowed to ear rape people while they're playing, man. That's not cool. We're gonna have to find out exactly what's going on. Looks like it just happened to Blazing Pegasus as well. So something sounds like a Discord issue. I didn't hear anything. Hey.
Someone named Hey is going into various channels and just blasting music loud as can be. Who knows? Hopefully he is taken care of ASAP.
Yeah. Hey, man. Not cool. you know, we're playing a game here, dude. Hey, hey, man. So, you know, we really gotta make sure that that's taken care of because.
And hey has been muted and deafened, it seems. Thank you, Nekkra. What an admin, guys. What an admin, as well as a producer.
Yeah, we gotta get them quick. You know, want to make sure that these teams are in their game and having a distraction. You know, would really, you know, set them up in a little tizzy here, and we're just trying to make sure that everyone's okay. But let's talk about alts here and what to expect on the next fight. I see that Steamrollers will have almost all their alts available, whereas Blazing Pegasus are almost gonna have. They're gonna have the Brethgyk, they're gonna have the Nano, and they're gonna have the Shatter, and maybe a Beat. So it's gonna be alts. It's gonna be an alt fight here. So it's gonna be really interesting coming up in. But
it is interesting to note that Perot no longer does shield bash go through enemy shields, meaning he has to either get in some sort of flanking position for the stun, or someone say B just has to be like, the shield went down, quickly Shatter. However, Scoopy, he can just land that Nekkra flashbang right above did someone say B's shield, and that'll be able to set up a perfect Shatter for Nano Rocket.
Absolutely, and more team coordination is needed because that shield bash, like you mentioned, is nerfed. Perhaps another strategy that I can consider is Cornish will build up his ults, throw the bomb behind the Reinhardt, and then shatter him, or have him look up, just that the shield leaves the ground, and then you can get them as well. So I'm interested to see what's gonna happen.
Definitely, and here Blazing Pegasus is going to take the same route to the left, just going to try and walk straight to point, and Nano Rocket sees it, he gets shattered, or stunned, but he doesn't get shattered, and a huge shatter comes out, but the Nano does get used onto Did Someone Say B, who's still dropping dangerously low, gets the kill on the Scoopy, but dies himself. It's only a 4v5 here for Blazing Pegasus, and they use the rally there, and they're kind of just, they're not giving up the point, they want to keep it, but Cornish gets D-Max, Nano Rocket stunned, goes low, but Nano Rocket picks up Pro, gets the Nano boosted, and that's just gonna win the point for them.
Ooh, really good teamwork by Steamrollers here. Nano Rocket was actually anti for a second. If he was focused down, that would have turned the tide, but good positioning on Tishkahar there to get that ult back up to solidify that defense. And they're gonna have 4 ults for this defense, maybe 5, whereas Blazing Pegasus will only have 2 ults, so they're gonna be real careful with this push.
And it's interesting to note, however, that Reliable Res used their B when they were alone, and now Faro is on the fair, no mercy to heal, and that's just gonna get punched right away by Scoopy. A huge grab.
Big grab.
Here's the Dragons.
And there they go.
Down.
Oh, that is the end. That is just the ult. They only used 2 ults, and he had every ult available to them. They're gonna have to come back real quick, Steamrollers. You gotta go quick, swap to Lucio or something, because you gotta go. You gotta go now. You got 15 seconds on the clock. Go. Oh my goodness, Big Green has a Nano available with the Shatter. Reliable Rest is nothing, but he's got that booster coming in through the choke. There they go!
A big Shatter from Nano Rocket, preventing anyone from getting on point, and the grab comes out. However, trying to get something, the bomb from Cornish, able to pick up Wowza, well, even though it's gone down. There's the high noon, gets stunned out of it, and Blazing Pegasus might just pick this point up in overtime. It's just the Ana here on point. She's gonna go down, and what a play there. Able to pick up the point, and if someone say B still has it, their Shatter.
Oh my goodness, what a good play by Steamroll. They lived up to their name on that one. They swapped to that Lucio. They went through, but that Shatter came through from Nano Rocket, but it didn't actually land. They actually managed to get the point. They capped it, and the fight's still going on. Blazing Pegasus is red, I was told, not Steamroller. So I'm colorblind for a split second. I'm sorry, guys. Hope I didn't mess up your VOD. But anyways, 2 ults coming up for Steamrollers. And Blazing Pegasus is red. Anyways, the fight's going on right now. It's going to be pretty chaotic. What's going on there, Press?
Definitely. They're going to try and push up, take the positioning that's given to them, while Scoopy just shoots down on them from the high ground. And a huge Shatter, getting at least 3. A big follow-up nade, and the amp comes out from Reliable, allowing them all to get those kills. And they're just going to clean it up in a nice little boot from Reliable onto this car. And someone say, B, just celebrate there. Celebrate, dude.
Man.
You got a
Celebrate.
5, man. Celebrate.
Celebrate. Good job, guys. They took that victory great on the attack. It just kept going and going. Say, hey, you know what? We want it. And we got it.
what is this from Wowza though? He was just sitting in the castle there. Is he looking for the dragon on the point maybe? There's the grab, there's the trance, and there's the dragon, as well as, you know, 4 ults there came out from Steamrollers, but hey, it got them the fight as well as the point, and now they have the High Noon and Shatter for only probably 1 or 2 more fights.
Oh man, that was a really good fight from both sides and really good use of ult economy. When we first started tonight, we just saw ults going in left and right, but we're seeing the synergy come in for both teams. With Dragon Grav coming in, and that final push on point A with only 2 ults used, which solidified Blazing Pegasus' push and extending the game. Hopefully they can push this. Got this 1 push left. I'm expecting to see all those ults come out plus the nano, whereas Steamrollers will only have 2 ults to work with. So teamwork, guys, teamwork.
Definitely, and a big grab comes out from Hansu, but for Road and Reliable Res are both gonna die despite it. There's the bomb from Cornish, but did someone say B with a nice pin onto Evendell here? Ice-T is gonna go down, so is Tiskahar, and it looks like Blazing Pegasus might be able to get the point. A big shatter from Did Someone Say B, and there it goes. They're gonna be able to cap second in overtime, almost.
Man, that was a victory shatter, even though we didn't need to. It was like, hey, I just want you to know, this is my point. Boom. See that on the ground? I'm marking my territory here. You know, I take after dogs or something. I don't know. I just mark my territory.
I take after dogs.
I take after dogs, you know. That, boom. That's mine. It's mine. Anyway.
Okay there, Breath. Okay. But there's the High Noon from Scoopy. Gonna get blocked, but the Rhine Shield goes dangerously low now. Wowza is on the Junkrat while Tiskahar has switched onto the Moira instead of Ana. And Blazing Pegasus is here with a big ultimate advantage, but Evendell coming up on that Transcendence, and he just built it. There it is, trying to save his team. A big anti-nade, however, could turn this all around. A nice sleep on a Nano Rocket. His shield dropping dangerously low. And did someone say he's just walking all over them? A huge grab comes out, but there's the tire. But it's not gonna pick up anyone. Oh wait, there it is. The DMAC on the Cornish. The B comes out from Reliable Res. And at this point, it's probably just gonna be cleanup. Wowza's the only one on point, and he's going to get melted instantly. Evendell dies, Wowza dies, and now it's just Scoopy. A nice pin preventing them from touching the point, but Tiskahar does touch. A huge shatter from Nano Rocket, but he's gonna go down. And that's gonna be all she wrote, guys.
They did it!
It's gonna cap.
Wow, Pegasus, good job, guys. Even though both teams swapped to the Ghost composition, Pegasus won. They did it! They're doing so well. I'm so impressed by what I'm seeing tonight. It's just like the team is coming together. It shows that the comms are working because it's working. They got past point A. They pushed all the way up. Did some good ults close to point B. Doing really well. Steamrollers they're giving Steamrollers a run for their money here. What a good start to the preseason.
That out, but the most important part there is the time, 14 seconds. That means that even if Steamrollers caps all 3 points, they still get a chance. But it also means that Steamrollers, if you cap it in overtime, you still have a chance as well. Because you have to remember, you have to be more than a minute on your cap to make sure that the enemy team doesn't get a cap if they cap in overtime. A chance to cap, sorry, if they cap in overtime. But that didn't happen, and now we're going to be seeing mirror compositions, both teams on the Ana Goats. What do you think? Who do you think here has the advantage? Who do you think has the dominant Reinhardt, dominant Ana, whatever?
Oh man, that's so hard to tell now because they've done so well since the start of tonight. But Ice-T, honestly, I have no idea. Like, I'm just so excited to see what's gonna happen because this story is just writing itself right now. Did Someone Say B has really good tank play along with Nano Rocket. Their shatters have both been great. Tank play's been doing well. Both supports have been enabling their Rhine really well. So it just comes down to comms, and if they can just get it together, give us that good 1 minute versus 1 minute overtime with both teams tied. I think that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and here they are. Steamrollers coming out of spawn. Actually, they're going the right side. Possibly prevent any scouting from Blazing Pegasus, who are just gonna be camped up in this mini room, ready to just engage. And here they go, a huge hit on the Scooby from the and they're just gonna start killing them. And the only support now is just Evendell, but Did Someone Say B did drop, and there's the cleanup from Blazing Pegasus, able to secure all those kills, and that's gonna be a 1 fight there.
Man, what a good charge. They try to be real sneaky coming up the other side, but then that Rhine charge coming out from one of the Ryans. I don't exactly remember, but it took out the Brethgyk and that stopped their own push. It was a good try though. Being sneaky, going past the push, going past the choke. Didn't have any time to do that normal brawl. But both teams have good ult economy with Blazing Pegasus at a slight advantage with the Diva Bomb and the rally coming up.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see, does Cornish hold that Diva Bomb or does he use it trying to get aggressive? And there's a nice counter pin, but the anti-nade got onto Scooby and he'll drop soon. And a huge anti-nade from Tiskahar, but Nano Rocket's going to be the only one to drop there. And the rally did get popped from Faro, able to keep his team alive. And Reliable Res is going to get that kill onto Wowza, and that's going to be the signal to reset for Steamrollers.
Those are very good hold by Blazing Pegasus. With 2 ults coming up for Blazing Pegasus, they're online, Nano and the Bomb coming up with a Shatter, Grab, and the Beat. But then Steamrollers will only have 3 ults available to grab, Shatter, and the Nano. So good ult economy, yeah.
That Wowza is on the Pharah here, even though going on to the Zenyatta to give his Pharah his Harmony Orb, try and heal him up a bit. And it looks like Nanorocket's gonna be playing pretty passive, baiting that pin out from Did Someone Say B, who's just gonna back up now. A nice Shatter, and but nothing's gonna come up from that. A huge bomb.
Very nice.
What is this dude doing? We saw it on Hanamura, we see it here. He just gets massive bombs time after time.
Man, if I were a Steamroller, I'd be careful of Cornish's bombs, man. You gotta demech him real quick so he doesn't launch his bomb into the air. Man, what a good play by Cornish. That stopped the entire push. But Blazing Pegasus, Steamrollers will have 2 ults coming in, and Blazing Pegasus will only have 1. So
yeah, but now Steamrollers is on the classic Choo-Choo-Choo, running a Sombra and a Zenyatta in place of, say, a Lucio or a Brig. 2 grabs come out, but it looks like that's going to be in the favor of Steamrollers as they're able to just get nice cleanup there. And Nano Rocket, he's just taking a nap. You know, you already won the point. Just nap.
Just nap indeed. You got some of the Brethgyk and then got napped. It's like, hey, Nano, take a seat. It's fine. You can go ahead and sleep. I'm pretty sure there's some padding of that armor somewhere. You can just like, sleep on a certain mattress or whatever. It's good. It's good. But here we go. Looks like a dive composition coming up from Blazing Pegasus and with the Death Ball from Steamrollers here. But Scooby takes out Pantsuit. It's going to be a very interesting fight. No goats on this one.
Yeah, and instead a huge Shatter coming out from Nano Rocket, able to pick off Reliable Res, and now he's forced to retreat as he drops low, but Did Someone Say B is able to get that pick. Cornish just backing up, dropping low, and it is interesting to note, however, that BP Blazing Pegasus, for those of you that didn't know, is on the dive. The Nano Boost goes onto someone, Did Someone Say B, and Wowza, he's out of position there. He's gonna get punished for a nice nade come out from Tiskahar, but they're not able to capitalize on it.
Oh man, definitely not. But I like that save from the from the Big Green onto the Winston, because he saved him, able to stop the push a little bit. So they're gonna have to back off and give him a little bit of space. So I'm expecting a lot of ult from 2 ults from Steamrollers to solidify that push, because Blazing Pegasus only has 1.
Yeah, and there's a nice grab. Nano Rocket picking up 2 kills. Someone Say B though, he returns. He's like, nah, I'm gonna kill your Zarya. And Cornish dropping low, gets demeched by Evendell, and he's going to be cleaned up here despite the heals from Reliable, who goes down to Scoopy. And, you know, they're just going to let her kill herself.
Yeah, this could be a pretty nasty stagger on Blazing Pegasus' part, because Mercy went down a little bit late here. They might command this point. Still a lot of ults for Steamrollers. They have a lot to work with here, and Blazing Pegasus is just struggling to get on the point.
There's the Transcendence from Evendell. A huge Shatter comes out yet again from Nano Rocket. He's been on point. There's the bomb. There's the blade. The bomb's gonna pick up 2. Cornish, you gotta stop this. They have families. Well, I was trying to turn this around, but it's not enough as Blazing Pegasus is able to reclaim this point.
Oh man, Evendell tried to hide there, hoping to escape, but he didn't. They found him. It's a good stop by Blazing Pegasus, but good ult economy on Steamrollers. They only use 2, and they're able to push in with an EMP and a Nano, so maybe a Nano round coming up. And then on Blazing Pegasus' side, we could expect a Nano coming up, maybe a Rage with a High Noon.
Electric Cowboy, question mark?
Maybe.
Question
I
mark?
haven't seen it before, but maybe.
Yeah, but it will be interesting to see this. There's the EMP coming out early. Pro and Rauza both go down. There's the High Noon. It's huge. And Nanorocket's gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna just walk off the edge while the rest of my teammate respawns.
What a good play by Pansy. Really good positioning. Didn't even have to use the nano. So they'll have a nano angry monkey coming up. And even they get a really good stagger on Evendell, which is going to delay that push. So he better swap to Lucio, hopefully get to that point real quick. They're not going to make it.
Yeah, and someone say B here does have that primal rage coming up, meaning he'll be able to stall point. Scoopy, he's standing on point. He's like, you know what, I'm here if I need to just touch it. And there's the hack onto Vegeta, a huge anti-nade. The Nano Boost goes onto Nanorocket as he just tries to do something. But did someone say B pops the primal rage and gets Nano a huge shatter though, and they're able to clean that up. And that's gonna be no, Cornish trying to stall the point, but it's not quite enough. So Blazing Pegasus, if they want to prevent another attack for both teams, they have to hold them here. This is where it counts.
This is where it counts indeed. They only got 2 pushes. They better farm up those ults quick if they want to hold their ground, because they got a huge
that can't happen though. Big Green was out of position there, goes down early, and now Blazing Pegasus, they have to wait for Big Green to respawn. He's gonna switch onto the Zenyatta. Cornish is coming up on the bomb while Reliable with the Valk and Pantsu with the High Noon. Maybe we can see another huge Cornish bomb.
Maybe. If the Cornish bomb is ready to go, if that Transcending comes out even though it's just chaos on the point, Prez. Chaos.
Absolute chaos. And it's just gonna be a nice cleanup off that Graviton. Cornish, he was hacked, so he wasn't even able to use that Diva Bomb, meaning he now has to come back and just use it right away. Someone say be switching onto that Hammond as a stall pick.
Oh, good shatter.
Nice shatter, but someone say be came out the other way, luckily. There's the blade, there's the EMP, and it's just going to be clean up here. Cornish hacked yet again, not able to use that Diva Bomb. Unfortunate. Cornish dies, and that's going to be the cap.
Wow. Good moves by Steamroll. My goodness. Well done. Both teams had like the last minute on the clock. They're going to be 1 minute and 2 versus 1 minute. This is going to be a really good one. It's going to be goats, right? I'm feeling it. You think goats? What do you think? Goats?
I don't know. I don't think it'll be goats, honestly. Or maybe that's just my heart saying, it won't be goats. It won't be goats.
It won't be goats because it's always goats. We don't want it to be goats. But we were half fulfilled on our wish because it looks like Blazing Pegasus is going with the ghost competition with the Ana, Brethgyk, and Lucio. Whereas Steamrollers, they'll be going with the Ana Zen with the Zarya Ryan and Kree. Scoopy playing McCree and Wowza playing Junkrat. So this will be a very interesting hold. But I'm pretty sure they can do it. Oh, Scoopy's actually switching to the Brigitte here. So they're going 3 supports, kind of with a modified goats with 2 tanks and 1 DPS, whereas Blazing Pegasus is going on with the full goats, but not the Moira with the Ana. So it's the Ana goats here. So maybe they'll just come straight through. Maybe they'll try to do a little sneaky thing. Who knows? But it seems that Steamrollers is expecting a ghost because they're playing a little far back right now. And, they only have to push them off twice. And then they just gotta run them over once. But it really shows that both teams have been doing so well since the start of tonight. And very good starts to the preseason.
Yep. And it looks like that Blazing Pegasus is just going to come straight through the choke, engage hard, engage fast, and there's a nice pick from Wowza onto Furrow. Going to probably prevent Blazing Pegasus from getting any more push here because they're going to want to get a quick reset as Reliable does go down. So does Pantsu, not able to hold that high energy, and if they can get a stagger here, that'll be big.
Yes, it definitely would be big.
Switch onto the Fair Reliable, onto the Mercy. Someone said he drops to Wowza. That's exactly what they wanted.
Oh man, they're not letting them have it. They're just pushing him back at spawn with a swap from Pharaoh onto the fire, hopefully countering the goats, give them some breathing room here. But they have 10 seconds. They got to go to the point real quick here, or Steamroll will probably just take the point or draw it up.
Yep, and someone say be onto that Hammond, or the Wrecking Ball for those of you that want to call him that. He gets it nano boosted by Big Green. Here's the tire. It has to be big. And it is! In a nice shatter from Nano Rocket, able to get the kills. Wowza picking off 2 with his retire. And Cornish trying desperately just get something on that Baby Diva. Someone's gonna be going down, and Cornish just bullied off the point. And there's a full hold from Steamrollers. Breath, do you think they'll be able to get the cap, or do you think it'll be a tie game here?
You know, I really don't want a tie game because, you know, we want some resolution on the first day. But if they do draw, I sense a rivalry coming up because these teams are neck and neck. They're doing really well here, but I really think actually might draw. I'm putting my money on draw here. But I actually want to comment on Wowza's tire when he was trying to look for one. Reliable Perez was actually sleeping, so he could have gotten a 3K, but you know what? He decided to take the 2. That was really good. But back to your question, with the comps that are coming up, looks like Steamrollers going with the GOATs, with Brethgyk, Lucio, and Zen, whereas Blazing Pegasus is going with a Mei. Oh, Pantsu coming up with the Mei. They actually might draw this up. Oh man, this is going to be real close. It's going to be a really tense 1 minute. It's going to be the longest minute of our lives.
But we saw that Pantsu on that Mei on Hanamura did not get much success. However, they're running this with a Pharmacy here, which is very, very strong against the Ghost composition that Steamrollers is going to be running. And Steamrollers isn't going to have a lot of time to switch here. So it could be a draw for Blazing Pegasus and Steamrollers, I guess. Meaning that Steamrollers would take it the overall game 2-1-1.
Correct. And to speak to your point about no time, they got to commit to their comps here because Steamrollers has only got Ghost to work with. They got to front barrels real quick in order to secure this win. And Blazing Pegasus has to play real smart, real back, try to split them up to make sure they can get that draw.
Yes, Pantsu in a very dangerous position, gonna get picked off, but a nice nade came out from Big Green, hitting all of the Steamrollers. And they're gonna be playing a bit more defensively now since they're down 1. But Furrow, already 60% on the barrage. Someone's AB, however, does go down despite the healer's best efforts. It looks like Steamrollers is going to have the advantage here, taking a 4v6, make that a 3v6, but there's the barrage, able to pick up Tiscar, but that's all it's going to get as he dies along with Big Green and Cornish. It's just going to be the Mei and the Wrecking Ball here. Make that just the Wrecking Ball as he gets pinned off the point.
Oh no. Not the draw I was looking for. I'm disappointed. I wanted a rivalry in the first St. Prez. A rivalry.
Rivalry. Well, you know what? Maybe Blazing Pegasus will come back as the Avenging Pegasus and kill. I can't. And beat the Steamrollers the next time they face off. But, Brett, what do you think of that match as a whole?
Man, I was thoroughly entertained by both teams. Both teams really came out on top. Steamroll came out really strong in the first half, showing that they really had the teamwork. Blazing Pegasus, I'm sure their teamwork is great now because I just sussed them out. They're like, hey, this is how Steamrollers works. Let's get them. And they did. And they did. They did really well. We got like a head-to-head match from both teams. And both teams should be really proud tonight. And there's a lot that they should just celebrate on. That great job, guys. And hey, I just want to see a rivalry. If not this one, maybe someone else. But since you're the first match, I want these guys to be a rivalry because I think we're going to see a lot of good games coming up from these two. Maybe scrim partners. Who knows?
Who knows? So, Breath, I have to ask you. You seem to really be in Wowz's corner there. Is he your MVP of the night?
You know, everyone's an MVP. I really don't have a pick. Wowza impressed me at the beginning. But then his team rallied to him. I have to give props to everybody on Blazing Pegasus and everybody to Steamroller for just giving us a really good show. But Wowza may have taken the MVP the first, but I have to give it to Cornish because those diva bombs. That was insane. Really, really good diva bombs.
Can we just
really turn the games.
Rename Poco Bomb into Cornish Bomb?
Poco Bomb, Cornish Bomb. Where I come from, it's Foxer Bombs. But it looks like we're going to have a fight between among Foxer, Cornish, and Pokebombs. Pokebombs? Poco Bombs. Oh, man. We're going to have...
Scuffed.
Oh, scuffed. But it's going to be a fight. They all have great bombs. So, Diva's MVP for me. How about you there, Prez? What's your MVP?
I gotta agree with you there, Cornish. He saved Hanamura first, in my opinion, first team, and he was able to make a huge play to enable their cap onto Eichenwalde first. I mean, you look at him, he was probably averaging 2-3 kills there per bomb on Eichenwalde. It's crazy.
It's absolutely crazy, and this just shows like he knows how to throw the bombs. And there's just so much art that goes into it. I was reading like this guide on Reddit where it was like these little map points or whatever. And man, once we get the geometrics down, you're good. You can like your bombs are just terrifying. And I've played
Yeah,
with good
guys.
Diva people.
Just,
My goodness,
just memorize every single geometric. Easy clap. Come on,
every
guys.
single one.
What are you doing? Hurry up.
That's what we call calculated, you know? And Cornish did exactly that. Cornish and Phantom had calculated bombs. So, good job.
Alrighty. Well, I have enjoyed casting this a lot. Breath, thank you for being my
Oh, so much
co-caster.
fun. So much fun, Frez. I had such a great time.
Big shout out to Nekkra producing for us, as well as dealing with that hey dude who was not being very chill and
Gone.
spamming in people's
Finished.
bombs apparently. But yeah, Nekkra dealing with that nice and quickly. And good job to Blazing Pegasus and Steamrollers. We're so hyped to see you guys later on in the tournament. And coming up is going to be Gucci Gank against Team Burden for Owlet Majors at, I believe,
10 p.m. Eastern.
10 p.m.
It's going to be a Majors game. Owlet
It'll be
Tournament
on
channel.
the same Twitch, if I'm not mistaken, which is the Owlet Tournament channel, twitch.tv/Owlet Tournament. I'm Prez. I've been your play-by-play caster.
And I'm Brett. I've been your color caster, and thank you for putting up with our puns. But I hope you enjoyed the first match of the season. And if you have time, stick around, because in 20 minutes, we're going to see a Majors game. This is going to be a lot of fun. What a great start to the preseason.
Yes, and your host for that will be the lovely Girardi and Love Gangster, being produced by Silent Marine. So thank you once again for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Good night.